Hey, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, bringing together friends and neighbors on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Hometown Today, all about bringing together our friends and neighbors throughout Dodge County. If you have an event coming up in your hometown, you have an organization that is doing great work, you just want to shine a spotlight on that, let us know. And you can do that really, really easily by sending us an email to WBEVHometown@GoodKarmaBrands.com. Amy Hudson here with you in the Slumberland Furniture Studios and the Daily Dodge TV studios as we stream live at DailyDodge.com. Easy for you to get that stream going by simply clicking on the Daily Dodge TV tab. And you can also subscribe to Daily Dodge TV on YouTube. And that's really the way to go, because then you can click the notifications icon. You'll get those alerts when something is happening in the Daily Dodge TV studios, whether we are fired up at 100 Bill McCollum Way or out and about covering local sports or a community event, or like we'll be tomorrow morning live from Professional Floor Covering. So don't miss out. Subscribe to Daily Dodge TV on our YouTube channel. And again, you can just simply click that Daily Dodge TV tab on DailyDodge.com. The guy who always gets our week going for us is Tom Ballweg from Ballweg Implement in Beaver Dam and Waupun. And I think we've got Tom on the line here. Happy Monday, Tom. Are you with us?
Hey, Amy, I'm with you.
Oh, my goodness. I love your energy. Are you well rested from the weekend, or were you busy?
No. What we, at Ballweg Implement, we're open 7 days a week now.
There's no rest.
People have asked me when I'm going to retire, and I always say, I'll lay on my back for the rest of eternity, so I'm going to stand up the rest of the time.
There you go. Make the most of it.
Yes. I'm going to make the most of it. So we are open 7 days a week right now. Monday through Friday, we're open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. This is at the Waupun location, and it is for extended parts hours. And on Saturday, we're open from 7:30 till 3, and on Sunday, 11 to 1. And I usually come in and help on Sunday. I'm not really good at parts, but, I can at least answer the phone. And it was really busy yesterday. I mean, really busy.
Good.
Yeah, so people come from, it's not unusual to have somebody drive 100 miles.
Wow, that's impressive. That says a lot about what you offer both at Ballweg Implement and the type of service that folks really look forward to having, Tom.
You bet. Yeah, and that's what it's all about, our extended parts hours, 7 days a week at this time of the year, our harvest hours. Also want to remind people that we have drop boxes scattered all over the listing area. They are at Randolph, Cambria, Beaver Dam, Juneau, Horicon, West Bend, Mayville, Iron Ridge, and Lamira. So we have drop boxes scattered. It was very interesting because a gentleman came and he needed a new auger for his 9770 combine, unloading auger. So we loaded that up. He brought a big truck for it. It was pretty big stuff to pick up. And he also wanted, while he was here, he thought about it. He wanted to have a dampener for the engine on a big tractor.
A dampener?
You don't know what any of that stuff is.
I don't. My guests are also shaking their head. No. What? Enlighten us, please, briefly, Tom. What is a dampener?
What's a dampener? It goes on the front end of a crankshaft and actually has rubber on the inside of it, and it dampens the shock load. That's why they call it a dampener.
All right. We learn something new every day. Yeah.
Thank you. So we didn't have that particular piece. But I said to him, we'll just put it in the drop box that's near you. And, this is a person who comes here on a regular basis. And he says, well, where's the closest one? And we told him that it was at Horicon at McCallum Feed. And he says, oh, my goodness. He said, I'm only 2 miles away from there. And he said, I forget that they're so close. Mm-hmm. And so when we get that part in on Tuesday morning, early, it's going to be on the route so that he'll get it Tuesday, and he can simply go over there and pick it up because he can continue to drive the tractor. It's just that he knows he needs to have that replaced. So lots of different things going on with that. So we also have A&I parts. A&I is a company that John Deere owns, and, I hate to say this, but it's kind of like selling It's discounted parts. They're not as durable. They won't last as long. When people say, why would you sell that? Well, that's the same thing as a tire place selling tires that have 20,000 mile length of time on them and 70,000. If you're only going to put 2,000 miles a year on your car, you don't want to buy tires that are going to last 25 years because they're going to be rotted before you get to that. That's the same thing with the lower quality parts that you can buy at a cheaper price. So we got them. We got people smart enough to look them up.
Again, all about the great service at Ballweg Implement. When can folks, I know you said you're open 7 days a week, but what hours, Tom? And please share the website for Ballweg Implement.
At Waupun, we are open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturday till 3, Sunday 11 to 1. These are our harvest hours. In addition to that, we have after-hours parts availability. Simply call the number at the Waupun store. That would be 324-3537. Listen for the answering or the prompt for the answering machine, and it will give you the after-hours parts number. There is a charge for that, so make sure you hear that. But if you need the parts, we can come in and get them for you. And we usually have the parts on hand. We actually can check that from our phone or from home, so it's pretty easy for us to do. Our Beaver Dam store is 887-2728, and they are open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, on Saturdays till 3. So you can reach either store. If you remember one number or the other, you can call the one place or the other place. We're just going to transfer you to where they go. And one more thing, we are still looking for a very good parts person to replace somebody who's going to retire at the first of the year.
Okay, you just went away, like all of a sudden you got quieter and quieter and quieter. I think you said you were looking for a parts person?
Yes,
okay.
And I'm going to, I switched off my Bluetooth. So
okay, then we got to wrap it up here,
perfect.
Tom.
All right. Have a great day, and come on over to Ballweg Implement.
All right. Thanks so much. Tom Ballweg with Ballweg Implement, Beaver Dam, and Waupun with us here this morning on Hometown Today. We will soon kick off a conversation with our guest, Kristi HartzHeim. Now I messed it up, didn't I? Kristi HartzHeim. All morning I was worried about mispronouncing it, and then I asked her, and then I did that. Kristi HartzHeim and Steve Gilboy with us to talk about Fielding Hope, an incredible organization that really offers an opportunity of a lifetime for disabled veterans to enjoy baseball fantasy camp. And we're going to get all of those details and make sure we have a very important date on your calendar. 2 weeks from today, happening at the Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam. It is a community impact fundraising event to support Fielding Hope. So just get that on your calendar right now, Monday, October 14th, 4 to 8. And looking forward to talking with Kristi and Steve next here on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Hi, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, bringing you Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Our National League Central champs, the Milwaukee Brewers, back in action tomorrow afternoon with first game of the National League playoffs. We'll have the pregame show on the air for you at 3:55, and later on today we will find out which team will be paying a visit to American Family Field tomorrow. Really exciting stuff. Amy Hudson here with you in the Slumberland Furniture Studios and the Daily Dodge TV studios as we stream live at dailydodge.com. One of the wonderful things about this show, Hometown Today, is that we have an opportunity to create awareness about organizations and events that perhaps we didn't even know existed, that you may have not heard of, and give people a chance to share their stories. And that's exactly what we get to do for the remainder of Hometown Today this morning. Really looking forward to kicking off our conversation about fielding hope. And with us this morning, we have Kristi HartzHeim. Did I get it that time, Chris? HartzHeim. Gosh,
you a hard
I should
time.
stop thinking about it. Oh, Kristi HartzHeim. And Steve Gilboy is with us. Steve, the executive director for Fielding Hope, a wonderful organization that I just recently learned about because you had reached out, Kristi, to tell us about a fundraising event that's coming up 2 weeks from today, Monday, October 14th. I love it when all we have to do is show up and eat some really good food to support a great organization, and that is exactly what will be happening at the Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam coming up on Monday, October 14th from 4 to 8 as we have a chance to lend our support to Fielding Hope. And I know just a teeny tiny bit about this wonderful organization. Thank you so much for making the time to be with us here this morning. We really do appreciate it. When I had learned that Fielding Hope is about an organization that is able to really give an experience of a lifetime to disabled veterans by sending them to baseball fantasy camp, I was really blown away. So I thought perhaps, if it's okay with the two of you, if we could start talking about Fielding Hope and how this came to be, how long the organization has been around, and this wonderful opportunity for disabled veterans. So Kristi HartzHeim and Steve Gilboy, whoever would like to start, please.
Well, I just went with his idea to support him because this is a phenomenal experience. I see it firsthand. I've known Steve since 2012, and just seeing the challenges, the struggles, and not having a support system was an experience that is just, it's shame on us for not doing this, for not helping our veterans.
Yeah, and there's so many.
There's so many.
So many that are dealing with just a wide array of different issues.
Mm-hmm.
You think back to 2012, time always goes by so fast. One of the things that I've learned about myself through, strength finders and different exercises that you do, what I value most is time. It's important. Mm-hmm. It's important to give. It's important to use it wisely. We think back to 2012, all that time, all those years ago. How did the two of you get to be friends back in 2012? How did your paths cross?
So I was involved in home care. I did in-home care, and learned about Steve and just kind of some of the things that he needed, and we really grew into friends, allowing us to kind of understand what is needed, and then being his advocate, allowing, that extra support at home and then in the community. His story is just phenomenal, and I think that there's a lot of veterans that can relate, and I think that this impact will completely change so many lives, because you do often feel alone. And I was a military wife for a while, and I experienced a lot of different things on that end, being alone and not knowing, what our veterans are doing. And, it was a whole experience that I think, just hearing from Steve firsthand, it definitely bring out the tissues, please.
Aww. So. And Steve, would you like to share your story? First of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do it for our country, period. That's 31 years in the military.
Which branch?
Army.
Okay.
Yep. Deployed several times. Kristi's been a support system for me since like she said, 2012. I retired in 2011.
Okay.
So she was in my corner since then as a CNA coming to my house and helping me with physical therapy and just a ton of stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to realize what you need help with until you're in said situation.
And you don't want it.
Yeah.
You don't want it. But I was in baseball when I was young.
Okay.
Very young. Sub-league, Little League, Pony League, American Legion. Went up to college, went into pro ball.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Yep. I went to a Royals. It's kind of like a training camp.
Okay. Like the Kansas City Royals? Is
Yes,
that what, okay.
Kansas
All
City
right.
Royals.
Hear that, Wade Bates.
Roger that. And I was accepted on their team. I went to Independence for, being their AAA team. They traded me pretty damn quick
Did they?
to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow, this is incredible. Okay.
And then I went to a AAA team in Albuquerque, New Mexico
Okay.
with no adult supervision.
Uh-oh.
And that was part of the Los Angeles Dodgers system.
What position did you play? Like when you were going from the Royals to the Phillies to the Dodgers?
I was an usher.
You were an usher.
No.
Okay, that's funny. You almost had me. Here I'm like, all right, I know the Kansas City Royals. You almost got me, Steve.
I did great as an usher. A pitcher.
Okay.
Yep, a pitcher. My best pitches were basically strike one.
Wow.
Strike one's my best pitch.
That's great.
I was on the opening day of the Philadelphia Phillies roster, 1979,
Wow.
and I blew out my shoulder.
Oh, no.
But I was too young to understand the whole concept of
Yeah.
it. I was just going, so what? Now I got to go back to my regular job.
Yeah.
Right? They let me go for 6 months.
Okay.
But anyways, that was the baseball stuff. And then after 6 months, I had surgery, which I had to pay for. They don't pay for that stuff. And I had to do physical therapy, and it's going to cost me a ton of bucks. So I joined the Army. Not
Okay.
just because of that, but because my dad was in the Korean War. Then I respected him and respected a ton of my uncles and cousins that they went, and I felt, I need to do this too.
Felt a sense of duty.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then I can get physical therapy in and stay in for 4 years and get back. Well, I was pretty good at the military, and I went, well, maybe another 4 years. I'll
Okay.
be 28 then. I think I could still come back.
Wow.
But I became better and better at it. And after 31 years, I started going through physical therapy, going through just hell. And I had several serious injuries through combat and stuff. And it just, you come back home, you don't even know life.
Yeah.
The transition is, you had a family, you had friends, you had lifelong friends, and then it just stops in a day. You call them a couple times, and then they're busy doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And you find out you're out of that group now.
It's a hard transition and a really hard reality to return to.
Yes.
We hear that often.
It really, really is. But I had to go through physical, oh God, it was so much. Going to the doctor's appointments 3-4 times a week at the VA in Madison.
It's a lot.
It's tiring. You think you're going to get back, into something, into the military, or into the life cycle of what civilians do. Get a job. And actually, I did have it. I got into a job right away, and it was at a gas station. That's as a clerk. And there was a kid as a manager that just
It's hard.
made me look stupid.
When you were dealing with so much every day between doctor appointments, physical therapy appointments, being in a job that wasn't inspiring to you, did you find yourself thinking about like the good old days when you were, at the mound
absolutely.
pitching and your love of baseball?
Well, no, I thought about going back
Okay.
to the Middle East in combat.
Yeah.
But that didn't hit me until about 2 or 3 years when I just was giving up on physical therapy. I just went, I don't care no more. I don't want to go through all this therapy. I don't want to take a morning cocktail of meds. I wanted to have a goal,
Okay.
some kind of goal.
Yeah.
And I still loved baseball. And I kept watching them. And then the Brewers had this scrolling thing that says fantasy camp.
Uh-huh.
Now I looked it up. I went, this would be cool. And then I seen the price and I went, oh, this ain't going to be cool.
No.
Oh, hell no.
But a great experience.
Well, until you get the money to do it.
Yeah.
So it motivated me for every time I went to physical therapy, I put some money in a jar. And I said, I'm going to do it better. Next Wednesday, I do it better because I'm going to a baseball camp. I'm going to get the money
That's
to
your goal.
do it.
Yeah. That's your drive.
I seen a light at the end of the tunnel.
Good. All because of that little scroll on the bottom
That
of the
little
screen.
scroll
Yeah.
at the bottom of the screen. So great for the Brewers doing that. And then I started contacting way back in 1977, 78, 79, some of the people I knew in that system. I had Royals, actually the Royal system.
Okay.
And they had a camp too.
All right.
And that was great. That was, anyways, back to the Brewers thing. But I wanted to put money in there, and I had enough money to go.
Wow, that's incredible, Steve.
Yeah, I know, and it's $5,000,
Wow.
and it's a lot of money for somebody that's injured and on VA comp. I mean, we don't make a lot of money.
So, did you decide to go to the camp?
I did.
Or is that how you got this great idea for Fielding Hope? Like,
I went to the camp, just saying, this is my light at the end of the tunnel. This might be the last thing, And I went.
and what year was that?
2016.
Okay, got it.
Got off the airplane in Phoenix Sky Harbor, and my bags came off the luggage rack, and I was looking to find a ticket home because I went, there ain't no way I'm doing this.
Yeah.
No way.
Why not?
Just with the injuries and everything, this is baseball. We're competitive.
That reality just hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking it's baseball. But it was much more than
It's a
baseball.
lot of work. It's very physically tough.
So I got scared. I went to the hotel. I went, wow, what a hotel.
I'm here,
I'm
now
not
what?
supposed to be here. I don't think so. And everybody greeted me amazingly. And it was like, wow, you see your childhood heroes.
Oh.
Greg Vaughn, Fernando Vina. You just go, wow, wow.
Like
You're
it's
just
really happening.
stunned.
Pinch me.
You're stunned. You want to go to your hotel room and just lay down and go, what?
Where am I? What is
What am I
happening?
doing?
We're talking with Steve Gilboy. He is the executive director of Fielding Hope, a wonderful nonprofit organization that provides the opportunity for disabled veterans to enjoy baseball fantasy camp. And we're learning and enjoying from Steve's story his experience, all starting with seeing that scroll about fantasy camp on the bottom part of the TV screen as he was enjoying a Brewers baseball game many years ago. Very inspiring. So we'll continue our conversation with Steve and Kristi HartzHeim, who is with us here this morning. Please get Monday, October 14th on your calendar. That is when we will see you at the Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam for a community impact fundraising event from 4 to 8 on Monday, October 14th in support of Fielding Hope, giving disabled veterans the chance to experience baseball fantasy camp. We'll continue our conversation with Steve and Kristi here on Hometown Today. We will soon be heading over to the Daily Dodge News Center for local news, sports, and weather update, and we'll get it going with an update from ABC News here on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
This is Randy from Professional Floor Covering, welcoming you back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Be live at Professional Floor Covering tomorrow with Hometown Today, taking the Daily Dodge TV studios on the road as they kick off the October Gold Tag Sale. So big savings for you throughout Professional Floor Covering for the entire month of October. Amy Hudson here with you in the Summerland Furniture Studios and the Daily Dodge TV studios as we stream live at dailydodge.com. Always look forward to hearing those stories from folks that have, push them to make a difference in the lives of others. And we've been enjoying getting to know and hearing Steve Gilboy's story. Steve is the executive director for Fielding Hope. And Kristi HartzHeim also joining us here this morning on Hometown Today. Please get Monday, October 14th, that's 2 weeks from today, on your calendar, and make plans to join us at the Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam for a community impact fundraising event in support of Fielding Hope. It'll be from 4 to 8 on Monday the 14th. Fielding Hope is an amazing organization that sends disabled veterans to enjoy baseball fantasy camp. And Steve, a veteran himself, and also a former baseball player, his story, his struggles inspired him to do good things for others through Fielding Hope. And I love the poster that you and Kristi brought in this morning, from battlefield to baseball fields. The mission here is to, oh goodness, I'm going to see how sharp my glasses are here, to aid our disabled veterans with renewed hope, support, and a meaningful goal to strive for and achieve one of America's oldest sport traditions, baseball, a sport that you love more than any other sport, I bet, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love football. Go Green Bay.
Yesterday was a little bit of a rough day.
They came back.
So this really is an organization that provides a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It does.
Even you playing baseball professionally and then, seeing active combat time through your many years in the Army, you weren't quite sure if this was going to be something you could do when you stepped off that bus and went into that fancy hotel all those years ago. But you did it, and now you want to help this dream come true for other disabled veterans. What are some of the things that someone will be able to enjoy when they're part of this baseball fantasy camp? You said it's 7 days, and they're
7
treated
days.
like royalty. So tell us what someone gets to experience.
Oh God, it's first of all, like I said, getting off the airplane, and just sometimes you're meted by somebody from the camp to take you to the hotel.
Make sure you get to where you need to be when you need to be there. Sure.
You get in the hotel and there's a checkup and they got your name and everything, and you start seeing people like Greg Vaughn at the front desk going, "Hey, nice to see you." And you're going, "Can I get your autograph right now?"
So how does that work then? Do the folks that are a part of this baseball fantasy camp, the disabled veterans that Fielding Hope sends, do they actually get to play like with all these greats? Okay. So
if they can do whatever they want.
Well, and you were sharing off air that they'll get their own locker, a customized uniform
with their name and whatever name they want, the number they want. You walk into the clubhouse, which is at Phoenix. It would be Maryville Park with the Brewers.
Wow.
It'd be Surprise, Arizona with the Royals. But you walk in there, you look, and you go, "Holy crap. This is major league stuff."
It really is.
You got your nameplate. You got your uniforms. I mean...
Do you get to pick your position, or like do they assess ever? Really? So you don't get assessed on your skill level?
Well,
like
you get assessed.
If I want to be the umpire, I could be the umpire. If I wanted to be a pitcher, I could be a pitcher. I don't know much about baseball.
An umpire?
Did you see the look on his face? Well, I suppose they're not really.
You want
part
to be
of the
an
team.
umpire?
Well, I'm kind of bossy, so I think that would probably be a good role for me. Don't you
I got to
think
think about that. Maybe I want to be an umpire. You can pick a position.
Is there like a
tryout?
Yes, and
Yes.
like what are the games like that are played at
Oh,
baseball
you know what?
fantasy camp?
It's intense.
Okay.
It's intense. I mean, don't go there necessarily thinking. It's 2 games a day, 2 7-inning games
Wow.
a day
That's a lot of
for 6 days.
That's a lot of work.
Well, the first day we always say it's the best day you're going to feel, and that's pretty much it.
And I'm just taking a look here to at some of the information that you and Kristi brought in to share with us, and regarding Fielding Hope, again, nonprofit organization that sends disabled veterans to baseball fantasy camp. We're
Yes.
talking with Executive Director Steve Gilboy and Kristi HartzHeim with us here this morning. I love how it's shared that the organization is dedicated to celebrating our disabled veterans and aid them in their journey towards recovery and empowerment. This is all part of the healing process.
It is. It really is. Transition from the military to civilian life is hard.
Yeah. Very
I don't care what
challenging.
anybody says.
After
I don't-
everything that
Yeah.
someone's been through, and then all you
even
want to
if
do is
they've
come
been
home.
in the military for 1 day, they could have been in combat for 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Transition is, or 40 years.
Yeah.
It don't matter. You have a family in the military, and once you leave, that family goes away.
Yeah, we just learned recently regarding my nephew Max, who I shared off air that this will be his 3rd week in boot camp for the Marines. He's out in
Oh.
San Diego.
Oh.
He only gets mail once every 2 weeks,
Yep.
and we just got that address last week.
Amazing.
So I'm gonna be picking up a lot of note cards and things like that.
Oh.
He told me not to send care packages. Don't embarrass me, Aunt Amy. That's
Yeah, right.
Well,
Don't
they do
send
need socks.
don't send Pampers or anything.
No,
Okay?
but Fielding Hope, I love that it's about bringing two of the oldest American traditions
Yes.
together, and
Yep.
where dreams really do become a reality. What was when you kind of
Came up with this?
Well, when you came up with it, and then when you were like in the middle of it, Steve, what's that heart for you? Like,
Oh, God.
wanting that take. I know that this is such a big question, but what is your hope for?
I'm going to
those
tell you
disabled veterans?
something. When I went on a mission, right? When I went on a mission, there's combat checks, all this stuff you got to do, and everybody's tensed up, everybody's ready to go, and I always went over the radio. Hey, who's a Boston fan? Boston Red Sox.
Oh, I could be the announcer.
Oh.
Just kidding. Okay, continue. Just saying. I want to
Or
be a part
who's
of
a
this.
Baltimore? Who's a Milwaukee? And they all just go, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Baseball." Mm-hmm. And they go, "Well," and then you'd always have somebody pipe up, "Oh, I'm a Boston Red Sox fan." And then we start talking about baseball before a mission,
Yeah.
which took the whole tenseness kind of out of it,
I bet.
just for 30 seconds.
Sometimes
And
that's
then-
all it needs.
Yeah.
That's all you need to hit that reset button.
And then game on.
Yeah.
So I knew baseball is kind of a universal thing. Even if there was kids that go, "I don't like baseball." And I say, "Well, I overrank you, so you're going to like it now.
It's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, you better figure out a team you like." But the thing is, it's taking, the struggle, the non-seeing the end of the road for veterans that are going through this. We have 17 veterans commit suicide every day in the United States. And that's lower than 22. It used to be 22, which I give credit to the new suicide prevention stuff that the VA is doing. And
Yeah.
there's too many.
Yes.
17
Every day.
every day.
Yeah.
Because I know, because I've been there. I understand what that feeling is.
You really do.
Yes.
And it's obvious how much you love and how much you care and how much you want to make a difference in the lives of other veterans, other disabled
At least
veterans.
a few, and then just have them have, even after a camp, they're going to find lifelong friends.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. My husband talks often about, well, one of the things he shared with my nephew Max is that, these people that you're serving with will be your lifelong friends.
Yes.
Like, he still keeps in touch with his Army buddies from back in the day, and through Fielding Hope, bringing that hope, the renewed sense of purpose to those who have selflessly served our country. And you talk about that in the information regarding Fielding Hope, and I want to make sure people know that they can learn more and even nominate someone to experience baseball fantasy camp. fieldinghope.com/nominate. You can visit the website, fill out an application form, share your story. And I should have been saying this whole time, Kristi, and Steve, that it's Major League. I know they got it from what
Major
you were
League.
about.
It's Major League, my man.
Major League Fantasy
Not
camp.
only that, fantasy camps that I have on board right now is the Brewers,
Yeah.
the Royals,
Okay.
Arizona Diamondbacks, and Boston Red Sox.
It's amazing.
Those fantasy camps are like all on board with us.
Who's your favorite team? What's your favorite
Oh,
team? It's got to be the Brewers, right? You've got your awesome Brewers fantasy camp hoodie on
Brewers
today.
are in my heart.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Royals, I love. They're the underdog everywhere. They don't have no money. They got $20 to
my
get
goodness.
players.
Gotta just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And
They're both in the playoffs.
isn't that something?
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
I love it. Now
I
I
do
don't know
too.
who to root for.
Oh, you'll figure it out.
Yes,
I have
I
a
will.
sense you always figure it out.
I want to also mention that, not all veterans have the money to do this.
Right. Which is why your
Because-
fundraising efforts are
right.
so important.
Right. And that, first, it's not about baseball. So if everybody's thinking, I got to be, have an arm, I can throw a ball. No, it's not. Baseball is about 20% of this whole thing. It's 20%.
It's really about the camaraderie.
It's the
and-
camaraderie. It's sitting around looking at Hall of Famers,
Yeah.
George Brett, Robin Yount, sitting next to them, and they're just saying, "Hey, how you doing, man? Let's get the blank out of here."
Literally getting our disabled veterans back in the game. And I can't believe how fast our time goes. We're down to just 2 minutes left
Okay.
in the show. And again, we want folks to join us at Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam for a community impact fundraising event for Fielding Hope coming up 2 weeks from today, Monday, October 14th from 4 to 8. Sales percentage tips will be donated to Fielding Hope. Of course, donations always welcome. Silent auctions will be happening and raffles, and proceeds, of course, going towards sending disabled veterans to Major League Baseball.
And I'll
fantasy
sign a
camp.
baseball, maybe.
Okay, that would be awesome.
No, and then you just throw it away.
Oh my goodness, this is so fun. Steve Gilboy, the executive director with Fielding Hope, you have a wonderful sense of humor, and I'm
Thank you.
so glad that you were able to come in and talk with us today.
I thank Christy for being here with
Yeah.
me, supporting me.
Absolutely.
Without people like her, I can't do this. I can't do it alone.
No, you can't. It
No.
makes it easier to go. Sometimes it's so very helpful when you have someone by your side regarding finding your way on your path, and I can tell that's so much of what Kristi means to you, Kristi HartzHeim.
Yes.
So our date, Monday, October 14th, we want to pack Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam for that community impact fundraising event from 4 to 8 on Monday, October 14th, all to support Fielding Hope, from the battlefield to the baseball field. And again, the website address for you to go to is fieldinghope.com/nominate, and helping to get our disabled veterans get back in the game. Steve Gilboy, such a pleasure to meet you today.
You too. I want to shout out to Tom
Yeah.
at Ballwig Implement. I loved hearing all you were talking about. So thinking about, come on, maybe do a donation or
Bring your tractor down. to
bring your
Pizza Ranch.
tractor down. Come on, Tom, you can do it.
Oh my goodness! How can he send you an email or give you a call? I know that there.
He can give me a call.
Okay, very
I'll
good.
get the number from.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, very good.
Tom, you're on the line now.
Steve Gilboy, Executive Director for Fielding Hope, along with Kristi HartzHeim here with us today on Hometown Today, presented by Professional Floor Covering Your Floor and so much more, brought to you in part by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in beautiful historic downtown Beaver Dam. This is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.